Hello. Welcome to the third part of the solo max level newbie. A special thanks to my Patreon for supporting me. And if you want to support, you can join my Patreon for as low as $1. Thank you very much. Let's begin. At the beginning of this part we see that administrator is taking a bath and thinks, that's nice. System says, an emergency call has been connected. Jin-hyuk calls him, and says hello. Let's form a contract. Administrator says, Kong Jin-hyuk, can you contact me through normal methods next time? After that we see that the ninjas are fighting goblins. Jin-hyuk bring out an potion. She asks, what's that? He says, it's nothing special. Just a medicine that only works on monster with this red mark. He bring the potion near a goblin. The goblin smells the potion and gets really happy. She sees the goblin and says, that's called a slave. They see a carriage, and says, it's complete. Jin-hyuk says, let's go. They are riding the carriage and goblins are pulling the carriage. Jin-hyuk says, goblin slave carriage. Demonic human says, is this what you captured them for? To use as a mode of transportation. Sungyun says, the 8th floor is large, so it's important that we save our energy. But the real purpose isn't transportation. She asks the real purpose. Jin-hyuk says, it's to show that tricks like this won't work. To the new owner of this place. Ninja says, I'll ask you this since you seem close to the liege. Is he always that cruel? She says, you're really a newbie. That bastard won't stop at anything to make sure things go according to his plan. Watch closely. You'll realize that he's the closest thing to a demon king out of everyone you know. After that we see that Catherine is affected by the goblin poison. Her team leader says, hold on a bit. We'll reach the entrance soon. Administrator gets there and says, everyone stop. Team leader says, who is it? Reveal your identity or we will attack. He says, me. I'm just a loyal confidant. He starts to attack them. Jin-hyuk stops the carriage, and says, so they're not biting yet. He buys a lot of cheap pickaxes. He activates 3-star amplification barrier. Jin-hyuk says, let's see if you still won't do anything after this. He activates element of fire. System says, forcibly reinforcing cheap pickaxes. Demonic human is really surprised and says, that worked. Item window appears says, temporary diamond pickaxe acquisition difficulty. Description: a special pickaxe forcibly made with the power of an element. Mining range will be widened by 200% for 24 hours. He gives goblins pickaxes. He says, goblin slaves to the wall. Goblin starts to mine. Des Moines human sees that and thinks this is absurd. It won't even take a week to clear this floor at this rate. How does he come up with these nonsensical plans? Should I change sides? Administrator gets there and that's enough. There won't be an 8th floor at this rate. I understand what message you're trying to send. Unknown. Ninja and demonic human stand in front of ready to fight. Administrator says, don't be rash. I have a hostage with me. The precious people you work to rescue. Are resting very comfortably in a nice place. They are giving them electric shocks. Administrator says, if you quietly follow me, I'll safely let them out. Jin-hyuk grabs his face using giant's clutch. Administrator thinks, I couldn't even react. Jin-hyuk gets ready to punch and says, did you think I would care about some hostages? You must be mistaken thinking you have the winning card. But sending you to me when you can freely open portals was the worst move ever. Administrator activates black tentacle orb. Administrator is really scared and thinks, I underestimated him way too much. I need to fall back. Jin-hyuk uses dark heavenly demon emperor arts. And punches him through the orb. He grabs him and says, where do you think you're going? You gotta take your share of beatings. Jin-hyuk breaks his teeth. After that we see a big white monster is giving other small monsters read marks. Jin-hyuk gets there through the portal of administrator and says, looks like you were busy preparing. I took the shortcut, so I'm a bit early. Demonic human says, really, this is way too many, don't you think? Ninja says, my liege, there are too many enemies. I will secure an escape route with the Black Wind Society. Jin-hyuk says, Woolyang. She says, yes, my liege. He says, who did I say I was? Woolyang says, sorry. Dragon of Heavenly Authority, Dark Emperor's disciple. Jin-hyuk says, right. Whoa, just watch. These things can't do anything to me. Jin-hyuk says, just trust and follow me no matter the situation. I never let any of my people die. When was it? The last time someone cared about my safety? I had forgotten about it for so long. Is this now it felt? Woolyung says, yes, sir. System says, Woolyung's loyalty has increased by 20. Boss Monster says, anyone, get rid of those rude invaders. I will reward the one who succeeds with the 8 floors territory. Another big monster appears and says, I, the Black Rock Tribe's Kangar. I will fight you. Kangar gets ready to fight. His head blows up. All the monster are really surprised. They says, Kangora was defeated in one attack. Jinhyuk thinks, there are 3 boss monsters on the 9th floor. Jinhyuk sees the white monsters and it is scared. Jinhyuk thinks, but I don't see the other 2. She must be scheming something. Shit. He's already here. I need to stall for more time. Monster says, you bastards. Attack him instead of just standing idling there. Bring me that arrogant human's head. One of the hostages tries to live stream and System says, live streaming is not possible. Team leader thinks, I have OT contact them somehow. Away too. After that we see it USA Awakened Association. USA Awakened Association Public Relations Team Ashley says, are you kidding me right now? Why isn't it possible? Jack went missing on the 8th floor. Emergency Support Team Manager Hedges says, Indian and Russian players are very aggressively shaking up world affairs right now. It's impossible to send in American players for support right now since we need to ensure our security too. You know that better than I do, Ashley. Also, the 8th floor is just a big maze. There's no reason he won't make it out of there alive if he just puts in the time and effort. Ashley says, I get that Jack is your boyfriend, but don't be so dramatic. National security. My ass. He won't even go it save one of the nation's players. She thinks, Jack is definitely in danger. I can feel it. She sees toward her ring and says, Jack. System says, vision sharing request from Jack Friedman. Sharing the user's vision through vision sharing. Ashley, can you see it? Unknowns here. I don't know how but. The 9th floor's boss is down here on the 8th floor, along with a bunch of monsters. Jack says, warn the world, Ashley. The rules of the tower are not as we used to know. System says, stream has been set up. They see that Jinhyuk is killing all the monster. Jinhyuk says, why don't you step in right about now? Or are you letting me just farm all the express for myself? Monster says, you arrogant little. That's it for your child play. She uses a Tasha activated lightning bolt and hits Jinhyuk. Ninja says, my liege. Water Spirit says, we are the guardians of Master. He brings out the 5 elemental spirits special forces. The monster says, why are the spirits that are supposed to be on 25th floor here siding with a human? Fire Spirit starts to cry and says, we got beaten up real good by Master. Jinhyuk says, it my turn now. He activates 5 spirits battle mode. Jinhyuk says, Woolyung. Now. Get ready. Ninja says, yes, sir. All the ninja starts to fight. Demonic human says, whoa, this is really chaotic. But it must be really nice to have those spirits to depend on. Jinhyuk activates Brand of Tribulation. She starts to fight and says, I'll show you the taste of Valdivostok's Viper. Alice says, do you want some help? Jinhyuk says, no, it's fine. This situation's completely under my control. For now, at least. After that we see that Saintess gets to his friend's house. She says, Unnie, welcome. Take off you shoes. Saintess says, so this is your house. She says, it's technically my grandpa's house. Taemin says, Teresa Nuna, it's been a while. Taemin. Teresa says, that's. She says, Jinhyuk Oppa was on the American news. So I was just watching that. Teresa says, you all already know Unknown's identity. I was wondering how to act like I don't know. Taemin says, of course. We've known him ever since his emo phase. So we could tell right away it was him just from the way he moves. Taemin says, look at this, Nuna. The 8th floor is supposed to be a giant boring maze. But for some reason, the 9th floor's boss is down there. She says, isn't it too early for that? Taemin says, that's what I'm saying. Teresa thinks, he's with some female companions I've never seen before. Ninja is cutting down the monsters. Demonic human says, hey, you're super strong. At this rate, we'll win. Ninja thinks, she's jinxing it. After that we that the 9th floor boss Lizard King and 9th floor boss Black Fang appears there. The white boss monster gets really happy to see them and says, "You're finally here." System says, "Bone of Burned Colossus." Permanently destroying opponent's weapon. Branch soaked with pure blood. Permanently injuring the body. This injury will not be healed. Jinhyuk thinks, it's prepared some really annoying relics. Is that why it wasn't here before? The white boss says, "Why are you so late, you bastards?" Lizard King says, "Why are you playing captain?" Black Fang says, "Do you think this is easy to obtain?" Boss says, "Shut up. Just take care of those guys." Black Gon says, "You're being so dramatic over some insect. I'll get rid of him." Jinhyuk says, "Wulyan." "Yes, my liege." Ninja order her forces to protect Jinhyuk. Black Fang starts to kill them and says, "Annoying bastards. I'll eat you up." Ninja starts to fight. Ninja uses Swift Shadow Strike. Black Fang says, "You arrogant little dog of Muram. Demonic human is killing the monsters." Jinhyuk says, "Melina." Melina says, "What? I'm busy right now." System says, "Item being combined. 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Jinhyuk says, "You see this? This is your lifeline." Jinhyuk says, "If you want to make it out of here alive, then protect this until it's complete." Melina says, "I'll do anything to live." She uses Cobra Whip. Sungyun calls, "Sylphide the Wind Spirit." She uses Leap of Wind. Jinhyuk gets ready to jump. System says, "You can leap across long distances thanks to the wind's help." Lizard King says, "You fool. I'll kill you once you land." Jinhyuk brings out Goguma flight mode. Lizard King says, "Damn it. Get down here." System says, "Livestream is being paused." His friend says, "What? Is it over? It was just getting fun." Nuna, "Don't break the TV." After that we see Administrator Rick editing the livestream and Rick says, "He make me do so much work. Telling me to edit out the node between Unknown and Kong Jinhyuk." Rick says, "How can I continue with this work when the conditions are so picky?" Jinhyuk says, "I'll give you an ancient species scales in return. You know that you can't it from anywhere else other than me, right?" Administrator thinks, "Right. I can't let that pass. But I don't understand why. He requested for this barrier." System says, "Higher beings cannot interfere on the 8th floor." A lot of warning message popped up in front of the administrator. Administrator says, "What is that all of a sudden?" He opens a portal really quick and goes through it. After see someone saying, "Amazing. I didn't think you'd be so prepared." But it's not only you who's so prepared. System says, "The barrier is being undone." The third part of the solo max level newbie ends here. Please subscribe and like. And if you want me support financially you can join my Patreon only for $1. Patreon and Discord links are in the description if you want support me. And a special thanks to all my Patreons for supporting me. Thanks for watching.